Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from...
This is God Tiny the Guru again.
Hey everybody, this is Mr. Clean.
An incarcerated individual at New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in and Speaking Through the Barz podcast. It's your boy, Mr. Clean. Unfortunately, Tiny the Guru is still in the box right now, so he cannot attend this show. But as I said before, and as I'm going to keep saying, with me here, it's just as good as him being here. And if he was here, it was just as good as me being here. This is a team thing. We got a good show today, man. We hope y'all enjoy it. We got a hell of a show for y'all, man. We got Fluff Jones coming through, dropping y'all with some good industry insight. We got my boy, my personal boy that I know from Rochester, New York, the 10 boy, man. Let's Get It came through, dropped some bars for us. Coexist with what we doing. He did time before. He know how I feel to be in this situation. I ask that y'all keep tuning in with us, man. I got this book that I want the listeners of Speaking Through the Barz to go, support and go out and buy. The book called The Life of a Hood Star Trap Queen by Rashia Wilson from Tampa, Florida. She spelled her name Rashia Wilson from Tampa, Florida. Co-written by Cash. She currently serving 21 years in the federal penitentiary. I read the book. It's a hell of a book. I ask that y'all go look at that. Even if y'all ain't going to read it, I hope y'all buy it to read it. But still, the listeners Speaking Through the Barz, man, support this lady. She have a hell of a story. Strong lady right there, man. Salute. You're doing what you're doing. I know how I feel to try to survive out of unfortunate circumstances. Speaking Through the Barz, take notice of what you're doing. It's another book. I want everybody to go out and it's called The Real Testament, based on the true story by Devin Griffin. This man is in prison, he's innocent. He's been fighting for his freedom for the past 10 or 11 years. He's been reaching out, trying to have people listen to his story. We will be having him on the podcast in the near future, so please be looking out for that. But in the meantime, the book explains everything, how he's actually innocent. So go out and get this book. It's called The Real Testament, based on a true story written by Devin Griffin. Please stay tuned to this show that we got coming. Oh my God, Speaking Through the Barz is real, man. We doing this, man. Pan, I love you, man. We panning out the box. I'm mad that he couldn't be here, but at the end of the day, he here when I'm here. Speaking Through the Barz podcast. Tune in. Thank you for tuning in and Speaking Through the Barz podcast. Today we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Speaking Through the Barz listener. Tell them your name, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name's Fluff Jones, the only one in America. I come from Brooklyn, Bushwick, New York. You know what I mean? And my platform basically is we on tour, the showcases, and the management that I put together for artists.
All right, Fluff. That's good to hear, man. Was you ever incarcerated before?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you know people that's incarcerated or that was incarcerated?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that was incarcerated. A lot of friends of mine, a lot of family members. My uncle just came home from doing 31 years. You know what I mean? Like, I just, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people in that situation, my brother.
Yeah. See, I asked that question because our platform, we want to show people that come from situations like this that, if you really strive hard, you could make it to be where you want to be in life.
That's what made me close my eyes. I think every day that I was in that box or I was in that cell, how would I overcome and overachieve to get out of that situation to make my life better?
Did you have kids while you was incarcerated?
At the time, I had one, really, and I was about to have another one. And that type of mentality just, it didn't wake me up at the time because I was still young and naive. But as I grew into my age and I just spoke to someone else who was young with me, and he told me he was 19 years old and I was 19 years old, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to come home. He's like, I'm never coming home. I'm like, what? And that just made me change. It made me think about, you know me, having my kids.
All right, so being locked up, how did that affect you and your family and your seed?
A lot of different ways, bro. You know, like when you come to thinking about it and like really observing things from like a man's perspective, because you know I still was a kid, so I didn't know how to be a man to my kid if I wasn't really fortunate enough to have my pops there to let me know through guidance on how to work out with situations that came out to be mental. So my strengths only came in when I started to think mentally like I can be somebody.
So that had to be your mindset when you came home then.
Yeah, strongly. A lot of things were changing. People were being optimistical. Like it became a different type of city, you know. So with that, I had to grow into like a knowledge and really power.
So when you came home, was you in position or did you have to build your way up?
I had no vision to really even build into, because I only saw what was around me at the time. It was like hitting the block. So when I came home to build that vision, I did go from the ground up. Like I worked hard. I tried my best to like really be as honest as possible. And that really wasn't really like really overwhelmed with a lot of people because they couldn't believe, because you know you come from the streets. They don't know whether it's a deception or it's the truth until Instagram started to take off and started building believers with pictures and videos.
All right. Did one sacrifice ever cost you everything or a whole lot? And if so, what did you do to get it back?
Yeah, it was a big sacrifice. I had to take a sacrifice of my family. Like I was in a position of working for like one of the biggest artists, at the time, and just working with that artist was bringing a lot of troubles. I wasn't really comfortable at the time because we was just getting into the situation of like growing as a family. So, you know, my baby moms and my family wanted me to be like a dad, you know, and take the kids to school and stuff like that. Once I started taking on those roles, it's like they wanted me to like fulfill them at all times. But with the business, it made me have to sacrifice between either my kids or making money. And I knew the only way to feed my kids was to make money. So it was a hard decision, but I had to sacrifice just being around my kids and spending time and being that dad that everybody's excited about.
All right. Okay, so what Fluff Jones got going on now, today, as we speak?
Now we fucking them up. Now I'm doing good. Now I got like all the artists signing up to my show. And dealing with like a lot of different aspects of my company. Like now the clothing aspect is taking off. You know, people's wearing the merchandise. You know what I mean? Like the tour is real serious. We going from state to state. We having fun, you know. I'm inviting a lot of people out to these functions, and they really coming out. Like a lot of people really showing interest in what I'm doing. So it's like they showing me that I'm supporting you in this game.
What you consider your job description? Because you know, it's rumors that you the underground Diddy.
And that's the truth. Everybody knows that. Like I got my job description is that I manage celebrity rappers. You know what I mean? And I find all the new up and coming artists, and I built them up to a new platform where they can actually be themselves, work out their own situation, get their own money, have their own platform where they don't need the radio, and they can be just as successful as Fabulous.
All right, I like that, man. That's fire. So what you do for the youth?
So what I do for the youth is I give them game that basically that I charge companies for. You know what I mean? Like I have a platform where I charge certain companies to get the knowledge, just like a class, like a teacher. Because, you know, if you go to a philosopher or you go to a class from a university, they'll charge you to actually be a part of that. Whether it's $100, $200 a student, $100 an hour, whatever it is. Some of that game that I picked up on being in the industry, I gave it to the youth so they could be better alley-oop it to their kids and their family members without having to go through the hard times of, like, bad experiences of not having no money to pay for these courses.
Right.
You know, you don't want to get denied, bro. You don't want to get denied from, you know, like, the banks and the loans and stuff like that. And you need this knowledge because knowledge is really power.
Right. I always tell people, man, you got to respect the smart people before you respect the people with violence. Because violence only good when necessary.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My pop taught me that. If you could be a man with your mind, you could beat him with your hand any day.
Right. What advice you got for people that's coming home or that's already fresh out home, like right now?
No, right now, I got great advice for people that are coming home. You know, the mindset needs to stay clean. You could be fortunate to do everything that you set out to do because I did it, you know? A lot of my friends from China Mac to Ricky Batch to, like, Controversy to, like, a lot of people who done did 10, 20 years, they came home and they achieving. You know what I mean? And it took steps. It took hard grind. Some people came home to a shelter. Some people came home to a program. Some people came home to basically nothing. No family, no mother, no father. And they still work through adversity. So you got the opportunity. If you come out fresh home, you got that opportunity to wake yourself up and say, damn, you know, if I can envision it in someone else, I can envision it in me. So for the ones that are home right now, you know, the only way to stay home and the only way to be positive about the way you're moving and the things that you're doing is just to stay focused. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people can tell you that, and I know that it's more hard to be focused than to be unfocused. You know what I mean? So it's like, for those that are home, it's just stay focused, my brothers. And I know that I still focused. I wasn't going to let myself go back. Not for nobody, not for nothing. You know why? Because I knew that during time, I was going to do the right thing. I was going to work around the right people, and everything was going to be what I dreamed of.
Yeah, man, I like that. That means that you already had that mindset of, you know that you great inside. You was going to show people. You was going to show yourself first. You was going to use everything you had in you in order to get to where you at now.
Yeah, man. That was them prayers, bro. Them prayers for me understanding that my life was valuable. You know what I mean? That shit takes a lot of time from a lot of people to understand that, you know what I mean, that your life is valuable. You don't need to unvalue yourself. It's not about money. It's about power. And power is that you can understand 1 penny is just as powerful as 1 million because it starts from a penny.
Right. You can't get there if you don't start. I always tell people, man, you got to start where you at now in order to get where you're trying to go.
And that's the best obstacle, the course that you're going to go through. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't understand that. And I've been gracious to God, you know, to, like, see a lot of my friends actually blow up and become celebrities in front of my eyes and be the men that they are today, you know, like, from Fabio to CJ to, you know what I mean, to Busy Banks, to all the young folks that's basically been in my eyes. I got more to name, but, you know what I mean, shout out to Chef G, too. Free my brother, bro. You know what I mean, Scraps to 90, you know, like, all my friends that really stood by my side when I needed them.
Right, man. They always said, man, you only go as far as the people around you, man, because sometimes they can either be help or they can be burdens. So who you surround yourself around is important, man.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, son.
Oh, man. Well, man, I appreciate your grind, man. I appreciate you taking time out your day to come through, speaking through the bars. You know, saying to the group,
yeah, man.
Here because he gets the box.
Nah, God bless him, man. You know, right now he just took a minor setback. And the next interview, we gonna be a little more spontaneous. We gonna be a little more live. I'm sorry you called me while I was driving on the road to, you know what I mean, an interview right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta interview someone, and I'm trying to get a place right now for a new function. But when people come home, they gonna see my name. We on tour. And the ones that are in jail, I love you to death, man. Hold your head up, you know what? And we're on tour till the wheels fall off.
That's right, man. We're on tour, man. I like that, man. Keep striving for greatness, man. Keep striving for greatness, because can't nothing stop you but you. And we appreciate you coming through, speaking through the bars, and taking time out your day, man, to kick it with dudes who are incarcerated. That means more than anything, man. And, you know, salute, man, from the people who speaking through the bars. Everybody that's incarcerated, man, we salute you for that, man. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna make sure we keep our ear to what you're doing, man, and support, man. That's it.
Yeah, I appreciate the world for that, man. Everybody who's been coming up with great ideas from jail and all of that, that's been hitting me up and giving me emails and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys. Remember, keep hitting me up. My email is never2fn@gmail.com. Send me some music, man. If you guys is doing it, and you feel like you're doing it, and you feel like your shit is up, and you want to get it up, just hit me up, bro. All right, speaking through the bars. All right, speaking through the bars. That's official. Speaking through the bars, right? You be locked up, nigga. You know you locked up. You know me. I talk straight when it's an interview, bro. Man, we these niggas done. Nigga, fuck that, nigga. I get on my shit. What, nigga? Speaking through the bars. You know when you locked up, you know you get real crazy. When it's the internet, it's the internet. You gotta be nice. You know you can't really, you can't be yourself. But then when it comes down to it, nigga, what? That's fire. That's fire. Speaking through the bars, nigga. I was locked up, nigga, forever. We live on Speaking Through the Bars, man. I couldn't wait to get out.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
I was active. I was super active, nigga. I didn't want them niggas to bother me, bro. Hell yeah, I was active, nigga. The CEOs, all that, nigga, love me. Oh, what? You want some Dunkin' Donuts, man? Bringing that in for you tomorrow.
That's how it be when you got that energy. They just know you that dude no matter where you go.
Hell yeah, what? They used to give me mad shit, bro. They was hooking the nigga up, bro. They be like, what? Yo, I be chilling. They coming down the hallways and stuff. They be like, yo, I dropped a little something. Yeah, I know what that is, nigga. Nigga, see the nigga go to eat at McDonald's. They just be like, yo, son, nigga gotta make chicken on Rikers Island, nigga.
Word. Word. Yo, man. Hey, yo, appreciate it, though, man.
Nah, definitely. What? You crazy? Yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, that's the only reason God never really brought me back to doing time, because I don't look for no wrong in my life. Them niggas know, yeah. Yo, them niggas know. God knows, bro. I didn't change, bro. I was malice, bro. I was bad as a motherfucker. And especially in there, bro, I was learning bad stuff. I wasn't learning really, like, some shit to be lit. Like, it didn't teach me how to come home with protocol. It was protocol on how to gangbang, but it was a protocol on how to hold your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas will tell you, yeah, nigga, hold your head when you're on your way out. Niggas will slap you with the Bible verses and all that. But them niggas will forget that nigga as soon as they come home. Niggas start smoking some weed and crack. It's over. Your man done 53 bags of dope and some coke. It's lit. It's back to the real reality.
That's a fact, man. You sitting up here and they out there and they don't think nothing about you.
Nothing, nigga. Nothing. That's why you think you see my son Dave, you see I give him my time and I give him my love, because the simple fact is my son kept it real sturdy, nigga. Yeah, nigga can't be your friend 365 days a year and you forget about the nigga when the nigga go away. That's like a nigga move to another city. You gonna forget about the nigga? Yeah, right. You gonna try to keep in touch, pussy. Keep it real. I'll be spazzing on our friends.
Hey, yo, that's real talk, because great minds gonna keep working no matter where it's at. So you're never supposed to forget about somebody who valuable.
Yeah, nigga, you crazy. The nigga value the shit out of me. That nigga be yo, bro. That nigga be dead. He be seeing me with every single celebrity because, nigga, we build them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He see me be building these niggas from step by step. So he be seeing all this shit. I ain't gonna lie, your baby daddy need to pass that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, when it comes down to him, he believe in me too much. And everybody does, because they know that they seen that I'm believable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whenever it comes down to it, it works for my mother, bro. On my mother's soul, bro. I'll keep it real with you. His heart is pure. My heart is pure too, bro. And it's like you can never let that go. That's why I don't let my son be in the cab by himself, bro. I was in there and I was by myself. You know how many nights I cried by myself? I couldn't call nobody. I ain't had nobody's number. I didn't know nobody's number. Everybody just switched over from a beeper to a cell phone.
Right. But all that do is turn into motivation, and that be the ignition that lights your fire to make you want to keep going forward and make you want to really make your dreams turn to reality.
Hell yeah, I had to kick that shit up for a whole notch. Not playing no games, putting my foot on niggas' necks. I was getting game and giving out game for free, and I was like, damn, son, I ain't getting nothing out of this. How the fuck am I supposed to spit this game and sound like a pimp, and I'm getting pimped? Nah, this shit can't be it. Nigga, I started going to white classes. I said, niggas got to pay for this, for this class that I already know. Oh, so you a know-it-all. Now, it's not that I'm a know-it-all, nigga. It's obvious. It's common sense.
You have 1 minute left.
Hey, yo, you here live and direct, man. Got 1 minute left, man. Fluff Jones in the building, Speaking Through the Barz podcast, man.
Yeah, shout out my brothers, man.
Through, man.
Speaking Through the Barz podcast, man. Shout out my brothers, man. Salute to the whole cast, man. Salute to my brother, man. You in the box right now. Hopefully you come home safe. You know, we be out here waiting on y'all the same way, you know what I mean? Y'all in there right now, listening to us.
Hey, yo, I want to say, man, shout out to Banks, man, for linking this, man, for me, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was official.
Yo, this Let's Get It from Rochester. I mean, first and foremost, I want to thank Tanner and Mr. Clean for having me. I got this 16 for y'all, man. It's called Time. Said, where did it go so quickly? Somebody help me out. I lost track of time. I'm trying to find the whereabouts. I lost track of time. I'm trying to find the here and now. Despairing doubt my past, and the past is all I'm hearing about. Seeing my future through the present, all I care about. So focusing on old shit, hoping I'ma air it is out. I've been there, done that, been through hell with a smile. It's time to let it go. How you gonna grow if you carry your trials and tribulations everywhere with you? I just don't get it. Nah, get it ain't comprehending. Is it something I'm missing? I'm optimistic about this shit, so it's nothing to listen, but I got that feeling in my gut not to discuss my feelings. I'm commending the ones who do, though. That's what's up, my niggas. The one in touch with oneself to others is more appealing. I've been in touch with myself to others. Your boy instilling his right to remain silent. Ain't nothing more fulfilling. You already know, man. Let's get it, man. Chandler, Mr. Clean, appreciate y'all, man.
Tan family, man. Tan family, man.
Tan family, you already know, man. Top 10. Word.
Top 10 guards, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Appreciate you for coming through, man. Appreciate you for coming through and spit them bars on Speaking Through the Barz, man.
You already know, big bro. You already know, man. Like I said before, thanks for having me, man. Word up. I appreciate y'all, man. I respect what y'all got going on, too. Very good to be a part of it. Say that again?
Where can the listeners find you?
On Facebook, they can find me. On Twitter, I mean, get it 131. I mean,
all right. Appreciate that, man. You know, man, keep that shit real 10, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you already know. You already know.
Real mature and ambitious, you hear me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Listeners are Speaking Through the Barz podcast, man. We got a special guest who's going to drop some bars on our show, man. He's currently incarcerated, man. Let the listeners of Speaking Through the Barz know who you are and where you from.
Shout out to the peoples, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Speaking Through the Barz, though. Y'all speaking of Brail, you know what I'm saying? That's Brail, what blind people read, you know what I'm talking about? They just can't see me, they gotta feel me, that's why I'm Brail. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, let everybody know where you come from, man.
Brooklyn night, man. Brooklyn in the building, Brooklyn salute. If it ain't Brooklyn, we shoot, Bucktown, all that, gun smoke. So, I mean, shout out to my hundos, though. Shout out to The Rock, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the state, though, the whole state. Syracuse, Buffalo, you know, regular New York shit.
Right. Hey, yo, man, let the listeners hear something, man, from an individual coming home to catch his dreams, to conquer his dreams. Let them hear what you got, man.
Well, you know, let me get right to it this evening. You know what I'm talking about? Now, they say this is criminal justice, but where's the justice for those that's been labeled a criminal? You see, they sentence you, send you away from your family, belittle you. Corrections officers that don't know me say they can't stand me. They miserable, punish me for fake rules that they command me. Get physical, yeah, they do. Lying on pieces of paper, hearing you. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be working on how to become a bigger you. That's why us on the inside, we call this the Department of Confusion. Better yet, the Department of Corruption. Taxpayers, y'all have no idea what they doing with our funding. Programs, man, they barely be up and running. Quick chill, going out more than taking in for consumption. Commissary prices constantly going up. They ain't paying us nothing. This is modern day slavery for 13th Amendment production. So who cares if they lowered the phone price or they gave us emails? Because we can't use the internet. We disconnected with our females. You're trying to raise your kids from a distance. You're missing all the fine details. I mean, hell, this system is broken. And we really need help. And I'm proud to see all the people out there protesting. But it's like us on the inside. We are being neglected. So now these youngins are joining up games because they're seeking acceptance. And because they're going through all of this pain. They be reaching for weapons. They be throwing up what they bang. And they receiving protection. It's the blind leading the blind, but what they need is direction. And I try to reach them. No head that's still in tune. I let my actions teach them. It's hard because it's two different generations speaking. But I know you got to be a good follower to be a good leader. So when they say that, I heard you, youngin. I see you. But it hurts to see all these young black men caught up in the system. The hood been had a pandemic. Putting in work is essential. It's like where we come from. It's designed to ruin potential. Everybody ops because we trying to top the worst of what each other been through. So now they demons. Watch how they spin through. DAs and these judges, they be trying to dim you. We ain't nothing but job security for these little towns who are predominantly white with small town big views. They get us in these facilities with no oversight and do anything they want to. These buildings are filled with disgruntled spirits. You feel them, and they haunt you because it's pain. On top of pain, I swear. And after all of that being taken away for all those years, they say you've been program satisfied, send you home fully unprepared. You don't even recognize your street, and you grew up there because they done gentrified that. You don't even know who live out here. Meanwhile, in here, you here. Get the fuck on the wall randomly because you taking a walk. Got your face next to dirty concrete, whole body weight on your palms, kick your feet out to the point where you damn near taking a fall. Then they tell you it'll be a sign of aggression if your hands come off. They make it a point to let you know they hate you. They don't know what they hating you for when I'm the reason your kids are in college and those house payments you can't afford. I mean, dog, I'm traumatized. For low-level drug sales and a kangaroo court, they got me doing time like I did a homicide. They constantly try to crush your sense of pride. Like, yeah, your black life matters, but not when you cross these blue lines. That's why I can't breathe. My supposed protectors, Breonna Taylor, my queen. But when the Gabby Petito ends up missing, they got the whole SWAT on the scene. Let Brian name had been Jamel, he'd have never been able to leave. Well, maybe it's just me, trying to explain some of the things that I see. And I hope these words ain't in vain, and if they are, let them be I.B. They said Brail, we need a chant. Well, I'll be Ali, and I'm single, lady, so if you want to hit me on the kiosk, feel free. Because these days, these lanes is pawns. But this king, I'm going to help you be that queen. Say that. And that's Brail, you know what I'm talking about? Niggas got to feel what I got to say, because it's real shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, bro, real shit, though, man. I respect that, man. Thank you for coming through, speaking through the bars. My boy Brail, man, straight from Brooklyn, man. You know how we rock, man. From the rock to Brooklyn, that's how it's gonna go, man. Hey, yo, listen, man, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Well, right now, you can find me, of course, you know, on the Kiki. I call it Kiki. On the Kiki, you know, I mean, Robert Stevenson, 16805441. You know, I've been down 7 years, almost 7 years. So I don't really participate in doing the social media from the phone and all. I'm a little older, so I don't really be into all that till I get home. But I'm on the Kiki, so hit me up. Once again, that's Robert Stevenson, 16805441. And we can chop it up about whatever.
Hey, yo, man, sign this brother, man, because he got it. I holler, man. Speaking Through the Bars podcast.
Say that.